All right, today we have a very exciting interview, and I'm excited to have this opportunity. So, would you please just start by telling us about yourself and where you're from?
Hi, my name is Dr.Nyoka Nelson, and for those of you who are from Murphysboro, you probably know me as Shelly. I am a chiropractor here in town. I own Nelson Chiropractic. I have been a chiropractor for 13 and a half years. I have my own practice for 6 years. I am married to Quinshawn Nelson. He owns Nelson's Mobile Detail. I have 2 children, Zylan and Bryn. They are 9 and 7, and I'm just excited to be able to tell you a little bit about what I do.
And we're excited to learn about you. So tell us about your business. Like, the name of, like, where it's located and that type of information.
It's Nelson Chiropractic. We are located at 1461 Battleground Drive here in Murphysboro. We are near where Big Lots Kmart used to be. Big Lots is down the street. There's an Ascend bank on the corner. We're right down the street from Ascend. What I do is chiropractic. It is basically, God gave your body the ability to heal itself. So what I do is help to remove any interference that may be causing your nervous system to not work like it should. And whether that be working with the muscles, moving vertebra to where that they release the pressure off of the nerve. But we work with all of that to help your body just function like it should.
Okay, so would you say, what would this, I want to ask specialty, but what is like the primary pain that you help people with?
We work with headaches, backaches, low back pain, and a lot of people don't know chiropractic. We work with anything that's a joint. So that could be your knees, it can be your ankles, it can be your toes,
wow,
fingers, wrists. I work with shoulders, anything that's a joint, even TMJs. I work with that as well.
And like anything, I've heard before that chiropractic care helps with sinus and sleeping too.
Sleep, yes. When you think of your body, I work with mainly the central nervous system. So you have your brain. Let me show you.
Okay, show us.
Yeah, this is your spine. So work with your central nervous system. Your brain sits here. Your spinal cord is encased in here in the vertebra. From your spinal cord, you have these nerves that innervate everything in your body, and they branch and continuously branch, and everything that functions in your body comes from here. So what we do is when you have a misalignment of your vertebra, it can move ever so slightly off of the surface of the one above and below. When that happens, it puts pressure on the exiting nerve. You also have muscles that are attached to various aspects of these vertebrae as well. So when you have the misalignments, it's going to affect the muscles. It could be spasming one side and it can be pulling the other side. Whatever the cause may be, my job, put it back where it needs to go, relieves the pressure off of the nerve, and allows the muscles to work how they should. I also will work your muscles, so every visit you're going to get a mini massage, just so that we can work some knots out, and I can guarantee you, I'd say 95% of you all have knots.
Oh, I know I do.
So I work those muscles out, and when you work the muscles out, it also allows the vertebra to stay where it's supposed to be for a longer period of time. So that's pretty much chiropractic in a nutshell.
Wow. That's fantastic. Yeah, I have knots. So I got to schedule my appointment real soon. Okay, so you kind of mentioned before. Tell me again, though, because I think I didn't catch that. How long have you been in business here?
I've been in this business on my own for 6 years.
Okay, so then tell us, how'd you even get into chiropractic care?
Okay, so as long as I can remember growing up, I always wanted to be a doctor. So that was always my dream. I was going to be a doctor of some sort. I was in college, and my aunt was going to a chiropractor, and she always knew growing up, for some reason, I always wanted my body to heal itself. I would never take any medicines for illnesses, or if I got hurt, somebody said, here, take a Tylenol, I would never take it. So I don't know where I got that philosophy from, but that's just the way I was. My mom never told me that. She was taking medicine, but that was just my mentality. So when she started going to a chiropractor, that's when I decided, I was like, oh. And she was like, why don't you research it? And I researched it, and the rest is history.
That lines up really well then. If you, yeah, absolutely. All right, so let me ask you, what is your greatest strength that has helped you to get started and or succeed in business?
I think it is my passion for helping people. I will say my husband gets on to me all the time because I will tell somebody to come in and I won't charge them. And I want them to not be in pain.
Right.
And if money is an issue, I don't want that to be something to deter you from getting care.
Wow.
So I think that's a strength. And then two, my strength on top of other chiropractors is that I don't do contracts. When you come in, whatever your ailment is, I'm going to treat that ailment. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you have to come for 3 times a week for the next 8 weeks. I'm just going to say, we'll see how you do with this treatment. I want to see you in a couple of days. However you respond to care from each treatment, that's how I determine how often you come.
Okay, so I'm going to just stop here for a second. So you mean if you go to a chiropractor, typically they will kind of want you to subscribe to a plan and then like stick to it instead of like really letting you see how your body does? I did not know that. Well, that's good.
That's how we get it. A lot of times we get a negative connotation because of that. A lot of people, they don't want to get stuck into a contract.
That's good.
Because I have had people come to me and say, oh, I want to come see you, but I'm in a contract here. So that's not something that I'm going to have you do.
So you're listening to your patients and you're tailoring your care and your plan based on
each person.
That's great. Love to hear that. So do you have like a resource or a publication? It could be a TV show or a group that helps inspire you in business?
I get chiropractic magazines, so I read those just to get some kind of add more tools to my tool belt for care. And I also have to take continuing education every year, so those hours, those are what kind of fuel the fire for me to learn new things and apply new things. Okay.
So what made you choose Murphysboro for your business location?
Well, that was easy. I was born and raised here. And so I felt like I just needed to come home and serve home.
Yeah. And where'd you go to school?
I graduated from Riverdale High School. And then I went to Vanderbilt for college.
Okay.
And then I went to Cleveland Chiropractic College in Kansas City for chiropractic.
Oh, very nice.
That was the only time I left home.
Oh, you've been here ever since. Okay. So I know when I need to know something about Murphysboro, I'm coming to you.
Well, I don't know. Because in those 4 years, it changed so much.
You're right. Oh, even it's changing like
yes.
Year over year. I drive, and if I don't go to an area for a period of time, it looks completely different.
Yeah, don't know what's over there.
So let me just ask you this, and then I would love to see more of your facility. But I want to know, what has been your biggest challenge as a Black person in business?
Well, chiropractic is a white, male-dominated profession. So that is in itself is enough. But dealing with our culture, we tend to navigate to medications for everything. And with chiropractic, it's more natural and more holistic. So to kind of change that mindset to allowing your body to heal itself and just allowing a chiropractor to remove the interferences, that's been the challenge of getting us in here and getting the care, the natural care, as opposed to the medicinal care.
I can see that being a challenge for sure.
It's very challenging, and of course that is the demographic that I want to cater to, but they're the toughest to cater to.
We stubborn, stuck in our ways. Okay, one last question, then I'm gonna let you show me the facility. So what advice would you give someone looking to start a business?
Make sure you have your priorities in line.
Okay.
Make sure you have God first, and make sure that your family comes second. And make sure those two are above your job, because God gave you your talents to do what you're doing. So if you don't give him what he's due, then you might as well just forget it.
Amen.
And then with your family, I make it a point I don't miss my kids' field trips. I have a heavy presence in their school and everything like that. So because your family is going to be there whether you have a business or not. So if you say now that I'm sacrificing now for later, you don't know if later's going to be here. So you might as well just focus on what is very important to you as opposed to running a business. Because the business, if you have those two in line, everything's going to work for you.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
And I'm a living testament for that. So it's all working for me.
Good. I can see that. Okay, so show us like the work.
Okay.
So we're in your treatment room. You want to show us a little bit about what
we would do for the first visit. I would have you fill out paperwork, and then what I would do is I'll sit and talk to you, kind of get a history, and then from there I would do an exam, and you would sit at this table here, and I'm gonna use this as my patient.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna stand that way I can get a good angle.
Okay. So once we do the exam and make sure that there's nothing that's contraindicative of you getting an adjustment, then I will lay you down here on your belly first, work your muscles, make sure we work some of those knots out, and then from there I'll adjust you, which I do pride myself in doing gentle adjustments as well. I don't just jump on top of you. A lot of people think that I'm not strong enough to adjust bigger guys. I've had 300-pound patients who were regulars, so I'm able to. I'm stronger than you think. So,
I see you like you have some guns. Oh, I think we have a volunteer. Look, you stuck in that one.
Okay, so what I would do is, like I said, I'd work your muscles. I'd be on skin, of course.
Okay.
Work your muscles. It's kind of like a mini massage. I'd spend about 5 minutes doing that.
Oh.
And then if you just have upper body ailments, I would just work up here. But if a lot of people have full spine, so I would work up here and then work the low back as well.
Okay.
Then from there, I'll adjust. And I'm
gonna come on this side just so people can see. Okay.
I'll give you kind of a idea of how I adjust.
Okay.
All right, take a breath in and let it all out. Good. One more time. And let it all out. Here we go. And then I do the low back. There's multiple ways for me to do low back. And for those of you who don't like, that just does not look like something you would like, still come in, because I can use an instrument. If I can. It's just a little clicker, so I don't even have to use.
Let me see that.
It's not even.
Okay.
I don't have to do manual adjustments. I can just do this. And
Okay.
just stick it. I'll just do his low back just for.
You gotta get them all aligned.
Yeah. So I can just stick it in there, and it's just a click.
Okay.
So there are options for those of you who may be afraid of the manual adjustments.
Okay.
And then after I do the adjustment, I do therapies. Most of the time for low back, I'll do stem, which is like a TENS unit. Put the 4 pads on here and it's tingly, and what that does is it helps to, stem, and then I'll do ultrasound usually on the upper. Okay. There are times when people are really bad, and I'll do both therapies together, a combination of both. And though both of the therapies work to help to mobilize swelling out of the area, and they also help to relax the muscles in the area. So depending on the areas, but like I said, if you're really bad and you're really swollen, I'm gonna do a combination of both. And a lot of people, they fall asleep.
Ooh.
I will have people who start snoring, especially at the end of the day. People and the treatment is not that long, so they fall asleep that quick. So it's very relaxing. And then turn him over, do his neck.
Okay,
I'm not gonna show
so
that
he's
part.
not asleep. I was wondering.
I don't know if I want to show the neck part because it looks a lot worse than it
Okay, well maybe we'll.
feels.
Doesn't hurt. Actually feels good.
Oh, well. Okay.
Well, just don't hold. It looks a lot worse.
She said you don't have to have it if you're not comfortable.
Yeah,
She
I
got
can
other
use
ways.
Let your hair real back. So I just turn this way. And it's a quick little thrust. And that's it. And that's it.
All right. Look, got a happy patient.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nelson.
And there are some contraindications, but we talk about that when you come. But rarely does it happen that I can't adjust you. But But to complement what I do,
Okay.
I have massage therapists also in the office.
Nice.
And over here is the main massage room.
Okay.
And we also have a inversion table, which is good for tractioning your body and stretching out your spine, especially for people who have disc issues and things like that. But massages are going on in here. We do essential oils, so she'll put the diffuser on while you're in here if you need it. That helps just to a lot of people with their sinuses. That's what they want, or it helps to allow them to relax. We're actually coming soon. She's going to be starting to do some aesthetic work too. So we're just going to have a multifunctional office here.
That sounds fantastic.
And so, like I said, just if you're having pains, aches and pains, and the medications, you're popping pills every 2 hours, that's not normal and it's not natural. So just come give us a try.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to helping you.
Fantastic. I appreciate you letting us in and seeing all this. Is there anything else at all you want people to know?
I don't think so. I think I may have
Pretty thorough.
covered it.
Yeah.
So I just don't want anybody to be. Don't let fear be what keeps you from coming in. I'm, as you can see, I'm on the smaller side, so I can't really hurt you. And I'm going to treat you just. I know it's cliche, but golden rule. I'm going to treat you like I want to be treated. Yeah. So. But I'm not going to do anything that I feel like is going to, if I feel like it would hurt me, I'm not going to do it to you. So
that is comforting. And how would folks get a hold to you or get to, like, how you take appointments? Tell us how to sign up.
So you can give the office a call, 615-225-8305. We have Facebook, Dr. Nelson of Nelson Chiropractic of Murphysboro. Website, www.drnelsonhasyourback.com.
I love that.
Yes. And I think that might be it.
Okay, we'll be sure to list in the post so everyone can get to you very quickly without having to look up anything.
Yes.
So again, I thank you for letting us in and showing us your office and facility and teaching us about holistic health and other ways to get it done and healthy and natural ways to get it done.
Yes.
And I look forward to making an appointment.
And can I just throw this in?
Absolutely.
My massage therapist, she's Black too.
Oh.
So it's a Black office.
All right. All Black office. That's fantastic. Good to know. Thank you.
Thank you.